Another late night comedy show. Mike Perkins and Paul Proto. We're the house band with all the show. Tonight. Late night podcast tonight.
With Mike Perkins.
Well, hey, welcome back, guys.
Hey.
We're recording. This is another podcast tonight. This is we're recording. Let's be honest with you guys. We're recording on a Saturday night, baby. This is it. We're recording on a Saturday night.
Sean and I are very excited. Sean and I are together, which is exciting.
Yeah.
A lot of people won't be able to know that or see that, but Sean and I are actually in the same room having a slumber party.
It's so nice. Got a bunch of junk food like 12-year-old boys.
Yeah, it's exciting. I haven't seen you in a very long time.
I know. I haven't seen you face to face since before Thanksgiving.
Is it yeah, it's been that long. Wow.
Some people are like, oh, okay, I haven't seen people in a year. Whatever. I don't care.
I haven't seen. It's been what's weird is because I was looking at the episodes, and the last one we recorded live was Brian McDaniel, and then we did the one after that was live. The other ones have all been Zoom because we haven't seen each other in person.
Yeah. The last time I saw almost anybody face to face.
Yeah. Wow.
Who do you not of us? You can't say us. Like, who's somebody you miss?
Yeah, that you really want to see in 2021 now.
Well, I haven't seen my parents since September, so
Okay.
I want to
You
see
miss
them. I miss them.
Paul?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
That was your time to say me, Paul. That was your time to say me.
I just saw you the last week. What are you talking about? I'm sure I'll see you in a few. I got your gift also for your birthday, by the way. I came in.
Oh, you're the sweetest guy. You're the sweetest guy.
Mike, there you go. Mike and Tim, because I want to play Turtles again.
Yeah, I haven't seen our buddy Tim Lang, our improv team. We haven't seen each other since March. So that's a big thing.
It's Turtles.
As in Ninja Turtles?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? Like, what do you, like the video game?
No, so me, Mike, and our friend Tim play this board game called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Which one's this? Shadows of the Past or City Fall?
Well, City Fall. Yeah, Shadows of the Past was the first one.
Is this
Change
like
of Constant and City Fall. That's it.
It is like a D&D. That's what's cool about it. Is like me and Paul are the turtles. We play 2 turtles each. And then our buddy Tim plays all the bad guys. So like you have to it really is like strategic because you have to roll dice to actually fight people.
Oh yeah.
And
So
stuff.
Tim, the Dungeon Master, like as Shredder?
Krang?
It's like
Krang is in this game. It is not quite a dungeon master. It's just kind of like there's an order of operations that you do stuff. So it's like one of the turtles goes, then a bad guy goes, then a turtle, then a bad guy. It like alternates. So
Wow.
it's a little different
You guys
than D&D.
There's no Glangarang in there though. that
There's
Paul
no
works on.
Glangarang. Glangarang is in hell now.
What?
So he misses Turtles. That's a cute thing. I like that you
Wow.
miss Turtles. That's cute.
I was just assuming you meant the video game as well. I did not know there's a tabletop Turtles game.
I didn't know until 2 years ago. You know?
Who introduced it to who?
I think did I find it? Or
Yeah, you found it. You were like,
Okay.
guys, I found the turtles. And then we were all on board.
That's all you had to say.
Where did
I was like, can I play as Michelangelo? And he was like, yeah, as long as I can play as Raphael. I was like, got it. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
And-
So, Mike, where did you find this game? Nah, like we've gone down the rabbit hole already, so we might as well.
Might as well go deep into the turtles. Well, I don't know. There was this place in Pasadena called Game Emporium or Game Empire or something,
Yeah.
and I might have been in there. I don't even know. It might have been there, or I might have just seen it online. I think I just seen it online. I was like, holy shit, Ninja Turtles is a board game. And then like I seen that, and then I like got read into it. it's kind of, they had a Back to the Future game too. Maybe that's how I figured it out.
Oh wow.
It's this
Okay.
because I don't know who the creator of it is, but it's they make like these. The Back to the Future one was fucking weird. It was like too in depth, and you had to go like 1955 and like all this weird like stuff you had to do with cards and stuff. But Ninja Turtles seemed like more simpler, but also like you have to know certain rules and stuff for it. But it's like the cool thing about it is it's a campaign. So say if me and Paul lose to Tim because he's Shredder, then we go into the next campaign like he gets like 10 Foot Clan members against our or something, like you get like a bonus perk and stuff. So you have to like make it through the whole campaign. So
in completely unrelated news, you're still single at the moment?
well, now I am because we brought the turtles.
I told my wife I was coming up here to the podcast. She goes, "Oh, you're just gonna get in here with your friends, talk about stupid games." We don't talk about games, bud. Here we are.
Talking about games.
Here we are.
It's fucking funny. Paul brought it up. What do you guys miss? What do you guys miss about, like, who do you miss?
Not in this room, because obviously I do miss Sean a lot. I miss like rocking a lot. I miss that. That's a physical act. But who do I miss? I miss Tor Brown.
Yeah.
I miss Tor too.
Right next
He's a great dude.
I miss Tor Brown. I miss Bree Pavey.
Loft Ensemble, baby. Loft Ensemble.
There's a lot of Loft. I miss it's so funny because there's so many people I could say, but I miss the places I used to go where everyone would go to gather. Yeah. There's 2 or 3 places like theaters and comedy clubs that I have 20 or 30 friends that I know I would see there at some point in time just from going there. And so I miss that because I miss the whole flow of everyone.
Yeah.
2021 vaccine, baby.
I know. Well, that's what's crazy is it's the beginning of 2021 now. We're in January of 2021. And it's like, holy shit, we've been doing this almost a year now.
Working on New Year's, or was everyone just sitting at home?
I had to work. We were a fucking shit show. It was crazy, baby. We were at 120% capacity because we wanted to fit in more people than we usually do.
That's great. That's fucking.
I'll tell you what, though, if I don't get, I get tested twice a week now. If I don't get COVID after like this, like the holiday weekend, like we're recording this, but like, if I'm good by the time this podcast comes out, then I made it through the fucking,
Yeah, you went through the gauntlet.
I went through the gauntlet of it, yeah.
Wow.
Slam-a-jammed.
Slam-a-jams. There was this one kid, he was like right next to the table and his shirt said social distancing, right? And and I got up, I took this girl out and then I was like, I had her cracking up because I said to the guy, and I was like, man, I love your shirt that says social distancing. It's a shame you don't follow it. And he was like, what? And I was like, look down. Okay, back up from the table. Yeah, get the hell out of here.
Done.
Get away.
Up.
Wow.
Get away.
It is funny. Rain, shine, or pandemic, people will go gamble.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. But hey, it's good, It's good to be it's good to be staying active. That's what we talked about. What's funny is we talked about that with the Sipka episodes was we missed the hangout of it all. Because that's what's so, we've had, I'd come see you guys perform and then we'd hang out for like 3 hours after the show. Even like,
planning on I
don't know when this will come out,
but we're headlining on the
January 9th
if Flappers on
Sweet too.
virtual
show, and it'll be interesting. It's one of the reasons like for us to come up hang out because we have to be together to do this stuff. Like it just doesn't work otherwise, right? Especially 5 minutes or something crazy like that. And so it's weird, like we have to be together, so we have to like plot it out at times and be like, have you been in a lot of places? Have you been places? Like, I think we're good to go. Like, and so then like we realized we also like we just don't obviously to play his music as much together, and so it sucks. But then we're like, we're gonna play a show. We need to actually like rehearse.
Yeah, we ought to play the song.
We have to play songs we haven't played in a long time.
Yeah,
because we haven't played a song live together in a hot second, and for sure the longest that it's been since we've been a band.
Yeah,
and and then we were playing a song. I was writing something and I sent it to him, and then he wrote back some stuff. And right when we got in here, we started playing some stuff, and I was like, "Wow, it feels good, but that's weird. That's so different. It's just so strange."
Yeah.
This
it's
so weird.
Yeah, it is weird, but it's like, I mean, how often would you guys would do shows like once a week, pretty much, right? When you were together, like.
Yeah, I mean, a few years ago, probably 3 years ago, we did something crazy, like 100 and something in that year, 150 or something crazy in the year.
Yeah.
Where we were doing 2, 3, 4 nights, 2, 3, 4 shows kind of a week. That was, but then we started realizing, obviously you start realizing at some point, you're like, okay, I mean, am I just going to keep doing like these 5 at different places?
And you see which shows too, like which shows are any good, like
which shows are even worth coming to do, especially for us to come and do the whole setup,
set up a band,
for sure.
Make sure that the sound is chill for 2 people, and like so a lot of times Sean has to hook up an amp and all that stuff.
I would bring a second microphone because I would say 15% of the time there'd only be one microphone at the venue.
Ha Ha Cafe, to this day, I don't give a shit about to this day. 2 microphones. I was like, it doesn't seem unreasonable.
Like not insane.
You're like a comedy club. Like you have multiple people on stage before.
Yeah.
Like you've got 4.
Speaking of the Ha Ha Comedy Club, one of our new sponsors, they're doing the NoHo Comedy Festival. Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird that some clubs don't like fucking just. You should have 17 different microphones for you to hook up at any time.
17 different microphones.
You should have so many extras because your whole business is on their big microphones.
Especially in things like that where like exactly there's microphones. Like whenever you go to places that it's like, the whole point of this place is like that people go over there and do something like sing and dance or some shit. And there's like a person that knows how to do the sound or anything like that. And you're always like, how does this work? How does this business happen? How do you have to, I understand if it's not meant for that. Like one of the worst shows Sean and I ever played. We didn't talk about this when we were playing when we were talking about Sitka, was just before the pandemic. We had to play at that bar in Hollywood.
Oh,
it was fucking the worst experience. They wanted us to do like
the one I seen you guys at, or no?
Because we were like, we should come because this is ridiculous. But it was like they wanted, like they hoarded out like it was going to be this big thing because it was like trying to raise money and stuff. And I think it actually did okay on that side of things. But this place was at a really nice bar place in Hollywood, like right on Santa Monica, like and stuff, West Hollywood. Really, really nice. They do not have
a sound system
for a band or anything
or,
like that.
Or a place to even play. We were standing in the corner of a busy restaurant that had like booth seating,
and they wanted like us to do like 45.
And we were like, "There's no way!"
And like we got up there, and like the sound they did have was so bad, and they kept their whole restaurant sound on, and so like
we were just like, God.
3 songs, and we looked at them and was like, this is gonna be it for us. We're gonna go ahead and be all done here after this. We're gonna call this ourselves.
And you were supposed to do 40. You're supposed to do 45 too.
45 and then like 5 again later.
Yeah. And they thought it was gonna be like an event when it turned like people showed up, and then it was a loud bar, and then they were like, "Peace, it was fun to see you."
Yeah.
So then it was like we were going to do this like hour and a half of time, and we were like, dude, that's crazy talk. This place sucks for this.
Well, they did not have exclusive rights to the venue. So half the people there were just people that showed up to a bar, and then half the people for like the benefit.
And I don't mind that. Like we've definitely played a lot of places that are like that have that are people showing up to just the bar. We actually like that. But those bars are always a place where there is live music at times, and or the night has been promoted as there's also going to be music on Tuesday nights at this place.
Right.
Yeah.
Something like, what's it called down in and that's definitely like a music bar, but the one down in Santa Monica, Trip.
Yes. Yeah.
Like,
That's a venue
for but they also have
yeah.
like comics and stuff. But there's lots of people that just go in there and play pool and just, whatever.
Yeah.
Corky's used to do a bunch of shit like that, like where they would have stand up and stuff, but they would just like, but at the same time, there's just bar dwellers there.
Right.
Yeah.
Uncommon for someone to get on the stage and do something, right? But this was just like your ground floor with them. There was no lights on us. There was nothing that was like, okay, ladies and gentlemen, to the stage. It was just like, and now
Yeah. Yeah, just fucking,
awkwardly.
We just started making noise in the corner.
And then we're dressed like assholes.
I know. I text you a while ago when I was at this place, the Black Rabbit. I was thinking about this the other day, the Black Rabbit Rose.
It's so hard to get
Love
place.
to play there. Yeah.
We know.
I hope it's still open though.
I know.
Like,
Who knows? Bar in Hollywood.
We tried really hard. It's tough with a lot of places, as we've all talked about this too before. Like, there's this very strange element when it comes to doing comedy of this, like, I don't want to sound old, but like this, like Instagram, whether you have X amount of followers and getting booked in based off of that, as opposed to based off of like your actual ability. Like, there was the Black Rabbit Rose. My manager, as an actor, went there on behalf of Sean and I, and like went there and went to the owners and was like, hey, there's these two dudes. This is my client. He's also an actor. Here's his credits. And they were just like, basically like, how many Instagram followers? That was it. And
wow. Because you guys are perfect for that. You got the comedy, the music, and they do magic there too. So like, it's
just a bummer because they said they wouldn't even watch the video because we just don't even have enough Instagram followers. And you're just like, that's not the point of that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, bummer, because you just want to go, this is the perfect audience for our place.
Yeah.
You're a live venue.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Paul, what do you think improv is going to be like this year coming back?
Is it even going to come back? like I mean, that's part of the thing. I don't, especially things like at the clubhouse, we were all like jam packed into a small room. Right. I don't see anything like that happening until summer.
Yeah,
the summer maybe. I don't know.
Like, and improv is already weird enough if the location's weird. Like, it's all, you know what I mean? Like, you're like, we're gonna do improv outside. You're like, go fuck yourself. Like, we're gonna do improv in a parking lot.
Improv in the park.
Hard. Get the fuck out of here. Like, you know what I mean? It was already weird enough when you would just try to do it on that Flappers, like little Yoo-hoo stage. But like, Clubhouse is like a perfect place for a little improv show. Like, that's perfect for that. But can that place even be?
Will that be a thing?
I don't know, man. I mean, was it even a thing before the pandemic? I love the club. I love the Clubhouse. I'm sure none of the people there are going to listen to this, but it's I love it.
This is whether it's what is a place that, because it doesn't have to be like a theater or anything like that, but like, what are some things that you're like, will that be a thing again? What's something you think about? Would that be a thing?
I mean, I hope concerts are going to be the same. You know what I mean? Like, I love going to concerts. I love it. I go to like maybe like 3 or 4 a year, which isn't even that much. I just go to the bands I love. But like, how is that going to be? The fuck, like, social distance. Like, I want to crowd surf, baby. Like,
I was talking to Sean about this. Here's the thing that is the most challenging for me when it comes to something like live venues. I think that can still happen. The idea that there isn't some kind of negotiation or some kind of deal that's made where if you got the place and you did your numbers based off of a full house,
right?
But now if you're not allowed to have a full house, right now you're not allowed to have anything, but if you're not allowed to have ever again a full house again,
or at least for a while,
or maybe they're just like never again. They're like, you can't do it again. You have to
You will never sell out this club ever.
would it surprise you if they said never again, you can never have as many people as you just had in that room?
yes, that would totally surprise me.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me, bro. It wouldn't surprise me.
I
at
would
this
be
point.
shocked by that statement.
If 300 people are allowed capacity in the main room at Flappers, if they're just like from now on it's 200,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
you can only have 200 in a room like that. It wouldn't surprise me if that happened. Now, if that does happen, and there isn't some kind of negotiation, even if it happens on a gradual tiered scale, like
Right.
this year you're allowed 100, next year, you know what I mean, or something weird like that, which is certainly very possible. How can you expect that person to pay full rent if they can't get the same kind of
Right.
numbers that they, and to know that like some people are like, not only are they not allowed to be in there at full capacity, but some people are just not comfortable going to a place at full capacity. So my opportunity to make money is not what we originally made this deal for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And that part of it is the biggest question of like, will it come back? I don't know, because these restaurants that are doing like half, 20% capacity or something, even the ones that are be able to be open and stuff, like that's crazy. There's a whole strip down in San Diego from like Oceanside to Encinitas that are just doing a silent protest, and all the restaurants are open. They just stayed open. They don't give a fuck.
Wow.
Really? Wow.
Whole restaurants all the way down PCH. Almost all of them are like, fuck at this shit.
And they're open
Wow.
inside too.
Open to go. Let's open it up.
Wow.
Let's here. Sit down and eat your food and drink your beer.
Wouldn't it be cool if like the governor listened to this podcast and like found out about it? I'd be kind of cool like if they listened to
There's
it.
no way that they don't know about it.
No.
We listened to another podcast tonight and found out that this place in San Diego has been open.
100% they know about it. 100% they know about it because all the restaurants together have one lawyer who's representing them for free and doing this and getting them all together as a silent protest, because that's the way they're loopholing this right now.
Wow.
Wow.
And people are, and the cops are going, listen, I'm not going to close. This bar is dead if I don't.
You can't have mozzarella sticks at a silent protest, though. You know what I mean? How do you?
I don't know about that. That would make me go to one.
Kind of slows down the drive for change, whatever you were going for.
I feel like you went to that huge Black Lives Matter
I did,
protest, the
yeah.
big one of the big ones. This sounds so. What? But was there people maybe like hawking and selling shit there?
100%.
Totally,
The
right?
people
For
were
sure.
selling all
What?
sorts of-
Yeah,
it was great.
For sure.
it's
People sell-
capitalism. Why wouldn't you? Come on.
Hot dogs, people
Yeah.
selling Gatorade,
Hats and
people
stuff.
selling.
Well, people were
Oh my!
that is, I will say, they were giving away food and Gatorade and stuff, but there were definitely people that were selling shirts and hats.
For sure.
That is
I saw
one
the
guy I'm
videos
gonna
on it.
miss. That is one guy I'm gonna miss at the baseball games. Is the guy that's like hot dogs, hey hot dogs, because he can't like pass it down. Like fuck you, I'm not passing anything
Don't
down.
For
touch my
sure.
hot dog, man.
Yeah, like
Passing down the money, passing
yeah,
the money back.
right? Yeah. Here's my credit card and ID. Pass it down. What happened to it? It's crazy.
Or paper money is going to take a big hit after this, I would think.
I feel like elevators generally are going to be a little weirder.
Yeah, they're already weird too. Elevators
like-
are already weird.
Yeah, thing like if you're in like one of those, if you have to go back to work and you like are in one of those towers, there's going to be like a weird line for the elevators now. To be like, sorry, I'm downstairs waiting in the elevator.
Yeah.
It's like a 15-minute ride
Oh, right.
upstairs.
Because they only like 6 at a time.
Yeah.
2 at a time as opposed to 6 or 8.
You ever got into an elevator and just stood the wrong way on purpose?
No, that's awesome.
When we were in, what was it, Flappers, and that girl got in.
Oh my! This was so. Adam and I were parked on the bottom level of the parking garage outside of Flappers Comedy Club in Burbank, and we went to the elevator to get in. So we get in on the very bottom floor, And right when we get in alone at the time. And we get in, and the elevator door shut, and we realize the light doesn't work at all, and it is pitch black in the elevator.
It is the darkest I've ever seen anything.
It is unbelievable. It closes, and it goes up
and
one
we're both
floor,
in
and
like
it
our
dings.
suits.
Yeah, we're in our suits. The doors open up, and
this girl, the door open, and this girl sees the two of us in there, and she goes,
"So we're on the second floor, and it looks like a normal."
He gets in.
Because there's light, because the door opened. So the same thing happens. The door shut, it goes pitch black. You can feel the fear.
The tension in this. Standing in front of us.
You know, like,
oh my God.
But it is so off-putting. And the doors open at the next floor. It's not the floor that you should get out on.
There's another parking garage.
But she just gets out of this, and it's gone.
We were dying because we kind of felt like this was what was going to happen.
Yeah.
And like it was, I remember exactly. We were in the floral suits too. We were in these like very funny flower suits. And like,
so funny.
Get that image of the door closing and it just getting pitch black again. And oh no!
You guys are gonna be famous, and she's gonna be like on Netflix and stuff, and just be like, "Those were the elevator guys that I've seen."
Like dressed up like clowns. The elevator goes.
She must have really thought this is it. This is the thing.
Oh my
God. Don't be close to strangers, and like all the rules that she had ever learned, they were gone.
Why? For what the fuck? Why is it not the light doesn't work? You know.
It was the worst light to go out because that room has zero natural light once the door.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's crazy. That's so funny though, dude.
I'm surprised she got on the elevator with you, because if I was waiting for an elevator and it was pitch black and I saw you two standing there in your floral suits, I would have gone, nope, and just turned around and left.
I'll wait.
That's the thing. Like, you couldn't really tell from the outside. That's the same reason we got on. You got on, you're like, oh, it's just kind of dim in here. And then as soon as the door is shutting, you're like, oh my God, there goes all the light. And
all right.
And then oh my God. So undoubtedly the same thing happened. She was like, oh, it's just like an amber light in the elevator.
Yeah.
So and then the nightmare starts. She's probably told this story a half dozen times to people.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if there was elevator music when it hit, though. It just fucking dark.
Elevator music that just cut off with the lights, so it's just black and silence all of a sudden. You're like, oh shit, this is how it ends.
Creepy.
That is fucking funny. Oh, I love it.
Have you ever had a moment like that where you accidentally scared someone, or you did something unaware of other people?
Man, I'm 6'4", fucking 280 pounds. No matter where I go outside, people are scared of me. They're like, he's following me. This is the end. And it's like, I'm just trying to go to my car, man. Don't be afraid.
That's so true for you, though. Like so many times.
It really is. It's like, I always like keep my distance. I'm very like careful, but like, I see it. They're like, oh shit, I got to get the fuck out of here. And I'm like, yeah, all right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry how I was born this way.
I've had a lot of I just remember it was an elevator moment, and I had an awkward moment with this girl that I was flirting with at work, and we were going up the elevator, and it was Christmas time, and she had like these lights in her hair, and it kind of was like on her, like her shoulders and stuff too. And we were just like talking. I just got on the elevator because she like held it for me, and I got on. I was like, hey, how was work? Blah, blah, blah. And she was like, oh yeah, Merry Christmas, whatever. And I said, oh, I like your lights. And she's like, oh, thanks. And I don't know why I said this, but I was just like in the like just idiot fucking moment of me being awkward. And I was like, would you plug in?
What? Good. That left everybody confused.
She was like, "What?" I said nothing, and then the elevator opened. I was like, "Nothing. Just have a good night." It's like, "What'd you plug in?" I was like, what does she have, a battery pack that she just like held on her back? Like, what'd you plug in? I'm like, "What'd you plug in?"
Together. You put like 3 jokes together in a sentence. You're like, I don't know, it just all farted and I hit it.
I didn't know what to say. I'm like, should have took the steps. What the fuck? Oh, it's like, damn it. She ended up quitting like a month ago, or like a month after that. I was like, probably, all right.
Because of the plug-in.
The weird would you plug in guy at the fucking elevator.
I don't know. A plug-in guy wants to
I
do
always
with me.
I always had that with. I always say like stupid things in front of like a really pretty girl. I don't know why. I always do. I mean, maybe I'm like better at it now, but like I remember like I was on set for the first time for this movie, and I was playing like kind of like this. I don't know. I was playing some like knife, like it was a killer movie, right? And this girl, she was like putting lotion on her legs, right? And I walk in with the producer, and she's like, "Hey, this is Gabby. Like, you know, Mike, this is Gabby. You know, he's gonna be like the guy in the background or whatever." And I was like, "Oh, hey, nice to meet you." I go to put my hand out to shake her hand, and she's like, "Oh, my hands are sticky." And I was like, "It's cool, so are mine." And I was like, why the fuck did you think that was going to be funny? And then, like, it obviously didn't fucking work. It was just like, it was so, and that happened 10 years ago, and I still think about it. I'm like, it's cool.
So, I would too.
It's cool, so are mine. Are you kidding me right now?
She's like, I really like Mike.
She was
I
probably
don't
so
know.
hot. In my head, she was so hot. In my head, she was a 10 and a half.
That is so great. Oh, my sticky.
Mm.
So are mine.
So are mine. It's cool, so are mine. What the fuck?
Sean and I were at this house, like hanging out at this guy's house, and like he was like, he had this like Sean crashes, like he fucks things up a lot. He breaks shit for like other people's shit all the time. And so like he was like, there was like this weird ab machine that you kind of like have to weird, but to be fair, it was a very awkward machine.
Very bizarre machine.
Your
It
knees
kinda
go
whipped
up
you
and your
around.
arms, and it's a weird balance thing. Next thing you know, Sean can't do it. He gets on, it's boom, bam, right through this dude's shit. And like we were like very much guests. Like it was, we were not the people
Like, we're
that should
not
be
like
breaking.
homies. We were guests in this
Sean
house.
fucking broke it so hard.
Put through it.
Put through the whole
Yeah.
thing.
I was thrown off. I was just like, I'm so sorry, man.
It was like, it was cool. It's just something I really liked, basically. Like, had it framed. Just had it framed.
Adjust it frame. You're gonna just have it reframed.
Just have it
This is what's gonna happen.
what you're gonna do. That's hilarious.
I was in one of those Halloween pop-up stores, and I really had to fart. And I was standing at the end of a row, so you can kind of see down both rows. And so I kind of looked over one, and I looked all around me, and I was in the clear. And so I just let one go. And then immediately I hear and I turn around, and there's literally someone kneeling right behind my heels. I turned around to look behind me and looked over her. She was there, and I turned back around, and I basically farted from her head.
Oh,
like it
God.
was
And you did like had to go to the other side of the store fart too, like a real bad one.
horrified. The look she gave me. And I to this day, I was like, I don't know how you appeared just out of the blue.
That's hilarious. I was at this was the other day. I was right before Christmas. I was shopping. I was at H&M, and I was with my wife and my daughter, and I was like, and I don't know, my kid is, who knows? She's like, not in the store. I don't know where the hell she is. She's like running around. And
Your
so
your child was missing?
I see my wife, and I was like, hey, babe, what do you want to eat? Like, or I can put it in. I'll put the order in, and we can go get it. I was like, and I like this. Like, this is good for. Like, I think this is cute for Kai. I was like, what do you think? I was like, babe, what do you think? And I like tapped this chick, and I was like, oh my God, you're not my wife. I've been talking to you like you're my wife. I even touched you. I'm so sorry. Like it was just like, oh no, I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Oh my
That just happened
God. And then she farted, and she was like, this was where I was supposed to go.
like person like I think they felt very uncomfortable because I think they knew what was happening. Because like when I touched them, they like didn't really flinch.
Oh.
They could just tell they knew I was fucking up.
Oh.
Yeah.
And they were like,
He knows that I'm not his wife.
and then when I got it and I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. So he just kind of turned and looked at me and I was like, and I should just go. I'm so sorry about everything that just happened.
Yeah, it's best if this interaction
I
is over.
said 9 to 10 like question sentences to her.
Oh, wow.
Like I was like, babe, what's up? What do you want? I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get a chicken salad. Like I was like, I was standing like a foot from her. Like I was on my phone, just being like, that's my wife for sure.
Wow.
So stupid.
That's so funny. I love it.
I always have to tell what's happened with the kid since we do this a lot.
Yeah, let's do it.
My kid the other day passed out. I posted it actually on Instagram, but my kid passed out. And when we were on a walk.
Oh, you mean like she was falling asleep? Okay, yeah. I've seen the video. Well, no, I thought like maybe she was in a store and just was running and just passed out or something.
No. But we're gonna get to that in a second. But so she had passed out the other day in the car. And just the car, she just like dozed out, and she's like a drunk, like a DUI person, like on the car, right? And I posted this video about like her like sleeping and then like her like waking up, right? And because like my wife used Anna and Elsa from Frozen as like the bait, right? This is like the bait to get her. She wakes up thinking she's gonna see them, and she's all excited and whatever. And so really cute video. It's fun. I posted a bunch of people been very nice about it. One of my friends sent it to the guy who plays Kristoff, who does Reindeers Are Better Than People. He sent it to him, the actor, and the actor was like, this is so amazing. This is so hilarious. So my kid has now contacted the Reindeers Are Better Than People, which brings us to the episode of the day. So
wow. And now he's gonna see your reenactment that you guys did for the show last month.
Send him the video while we're on roll.
Yeah, so might as well while you got contact.
But okay, now this is the thing.
Okay.
So the other day I go to pick up my kid, and I go pick her up. I was like, we're having a great day. We went on like a date, her and I we did thing. I picked her up, my arms. I picked her up and I tossed her up in my arms, and she was in pain, like she was hurt, and like you could, I don't know what was wrong with her, but she's like her arm, she felt like in pain, and I was like, oh, did I pinch you, baby? And I was like trying to be like, I'm so sorry, and she was like very much uncomfortable, and she kept crying and I was like, what the hell's happening? So we bring her out and we're trying to get her like to look at some ice, trying to get her, she's very young, so like you can't just like do anything, right?
You can't say like what's wrong. She's just like, nah, whatever.
Oh, sure. And then like her arm is being really weird. She tries to like pick it up. She tries to like pick food up and she can't. And I was like, oh shit. So we have to take her to the emergency room. And this is like the night Christmas Eve.
The night what?
The night before Christmas Eve, so the 23rd.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Nighttime. We have to drive really far, and to get to this children's hospital, I'm like beside myself as far as how bad I feel, right? Like my little teeny girl is her arm's like limp on the side.
Oh my God.
Then we get to the hospital and they're like, you can't come in. It's just mom can only come in one because of COVID and shit.
Because of COVID shit, yeah.
Like I'm in the car.
But it's really because they're like, we know it's you.
Yeah,
Why don't you
we're gonna have someone talk to you.
Mr. Chambers, don't touch anything. Okay.
So I'm sitting in the car and because I can't know what's going on, and I'm just like I'm crying. I'm like sobbing. I'm so upset because I don't know what's wrong. I'm like, great.
Yeah.
Cast. She's gonna tear her arm off. She's not gonna be able to ever walk again. Like she'll never see. She's blind now. Like Just like I screwed it
Your
all
brain
up.
is gone to the
And it's like the
max.
night before Christmas Eve. I was like, she's gonna be able to even open a present. Like, what is my like? Da-da-da-da. Turns out I popped her elbow out of socket when I picked her up by her arm the other day. Very common thing, just so we're clear. I wasn't doing it in some sort of nasty, aggressive way. Very common thing called like a nursemaid elbow, and it's a very common thing for toddlers. It's why you're not really supposed to pick them up, monkey bars, that type of thing.
By their shoulders and stuff, or their under their armpits, kind of thing.
I just picked her up by her hands.
By her hands.
So she's just dangling by her hands, and I picked her up and then brought her up to my stomach. The sad part is, unfortunately, I've been trained this. I knew this was a bad idea. I just like, you don't think when you have a kid like this, and you're just like, oh, cute. I've done it a million times. Every parent has done this a bazillion times, but it can just happen. Her elbow was popped out of socket, and so then they just like, and they like pop it back in. She cries. Within 6 seconds, she's completely fine.
Wow. She's going to be a UFC fighter.
You want to know my wife comes out of the car because she's like nodding. I'm like, what's happening? I text her, whatever. And she's like, okay, we're coming down. She goes, all things considered, that wasn't that bad. She was like, got here, got it, did it, not so painful. And I was like, you were not in this car.
This was the panic room.
This was an atrocious place for the last 30 minutes.
Oh my God.
I thought about a lot of dark things. And like, I went to a dark place.
Hey guys, in your car right now, it's a great place because that was another episode of another podcast tonight, ladies and gentlemen, listening in your car. Thanks so much for listening, guys. That was a nice little late night episode. Well, you're probably listening to it that normal, but we recorded this late night, baby. Saturday night, late night. Thanks for listening. Give it a 5-star rating. As always, the best band in all the land. It's The Show with Adam and Sean.
Woo woo.
Yeah.
Partner in crime, Mr. Paul Brodo.
Thank you for listening, everybody. I don't know what that was.
He's in the sad car right now.
Yeah, I'm in the sad car.
And that's another episode, guys. Thanks so much. We'll see you guys next week. Bada bing, bada boom.
Another late night comedy show.